It's Friday, another day off from the office, going to the drum shop today and tomorrow. I did nothing yesterday. Wednesday I putzed around a little more down here. Did some test drilling on one of my old concrete snares that was buggered up. This is the one that I had made for the Quickcrete contest. I'm going to try to cut those edges off with a grinder. And if it gets destroyed, it gets destroyed. Then I'm going to try to drill that one and make wood end caps for it. This is reclaimed wood from a ship. I think it's called the Ernesta. Got it from Tim Sway in 2019. It's got some big chunks of metal in it, needs to come out. Trying to wrap up overdue projects. We have plywood. 1/4-inch plywood for cajones. Some for badges. 1/2-inch plywood for the Xylo case. I've decided to open this Pandora's box. It's a mess. Look at this. This is the version 2 rotisserie for spraying. This was version 1. Both made by the in-house mad scientist who's getting stuck into something. More ears.
Sometimes I'll look at these and say, why did you bother cutting that one? It's way too thick.
Aren't you the guy that cut them?
Yeah.
Oh.
And I said, oh, my son's looking for a piece of rail. So he stopped. And he got out and he said, we're working on a railroad. If you can't find a piece of rail, you need to find someplace else to work.
I was going to ask if that was scrap or if there was a train in for a big surprise.
No, there's enough crap laying around to build another railroad. It's like, well, we've got this job to do, let's buy all this stuff. But we have this pile of new stuff. No, we might need that somewhere else. Secret to this is finding an actual flat spot on this floor.
I have yet to find one.
Right here is about it. First started doing this, I cut these out on a scroll saw. They weren't nearly as clean cut as these are. And by the time you were done cutting 20 or 30 of them, your head rattled.
So 10 to 12 ounce leather, a die we had made, and a press from Harbor Freight. Anyone has an old clicker die they're not using, let us know.
The only other thing, or one thing other than a clicker die that would be cool, at Harbor Freight, well, any place, you can get a jack like this that's air powered.
Oh.
And just bring the thing around, hook it up.
Got the spray booth done and dusted. Mama Whitney put new wrap on the table once I was able to scrape off all the old lacquer buildup. Rotisserie version 1 nested underneath there. Got the fire extinguisher screwed to the wall. Spray gun tools. Ran a power strip over here so we could get a little gooseneck side light. Cable management. Added a shallow shelf for some rattle cans, hung all the guns, little bracket for the hose. Looks pretty good. Out here I'm working on my rack idea for the Harbor Freight sortainers. Tested a cantilever design so we can use up old scrap wood that we have instead of, buying more materials. Dadoed out a 2x4. Throw the 3/4 ply in there, 2 screws from the back. Should work. And Bill's working on this prototype rope drum carriage nest. What do you want to call it?
Stand,
Cradle.
caddy, cradle, I don't know. Bassinet maybe.
Prototyping. He cut some blocks out on a mill. It's got a little ledge down here. It's pretty good.
Yeah.
That's what happens when you don't hold it. That's what happens when you don't hold it. I got a few more sleds and jigs up on the wall, so let's watch Billy Boy cut out a circle with a router trammel. That's gonna be fun.
You betcha.
Also, we got our test prints back. Printing right to veneer.
Pretty cool.
Really cool.
They're more like cool than they are useful, you know?
Freaking laser beams.
Boost.
Hasn't been a big day for finishing projects, but we've made progress. I've pivoted on this rack idea. Instead of cutting a bunch of dados or slots in a 2x4, I'm gonna make it all out of 3/4 and just use spacers and fill it in. I think that'd be faster and just as stable. Bill's running another test shell with this veneer and a different kind of adhesive. So that's coming along. The rod tension drum is done. He ended up getting a bar on here. What do you call this bar?
It's a pinch bar.
Pinch bar. Did you machine that yourself?
Yeah.
Nice. The cradle. 3/4 inch ply ring, still need to fill it, gonna dye it black. Got these standoffs made of copper pipe. Gonna get carriage bolts, go through, acorn nuts, powder coat those. Pretty good idea.
Yeah, it's definitely the best sort of version of a snare stand for drums this large that I've seen so far, so yeah, that'll be cool.
So tomorrow we can make progress and maybe we can start playing with these.
Yeah.
Maybe we can actually clean up around here.
Nah, probably not.